exactly how I went from zero to $34,000 in sales dropshipping in just 90 days using my 4SB strategy. All you have to do is just copy and paste it and get the same results. As you can see here, here's inside the Shopify account. You'll see we went from zero, literally $196, and we kicked off in roughly around May. May was my first month running sales properly. This was just testing. You'll see May, $7,000, June, $8,000, and in July, $16,000. Overall, we hit about $34,000 in just 90 days using my 4SB strategy. Here you go, guys. I'm showing you inside the Shopify account because a lot of people will say how they made 34,000, but they won't show you inside. Here's the Shopify account right here in front of your eyes. Let's dive in. All you have to do today is copy and paste the strategy into your exact dropshipping brand and obtain these same results. I'm gonna hold nothing back in this video. I'm gonna give you everything as I've done it. I know ads can be super tricky and the many different ad platforms to choose from to drive sales can be confusing. Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, LinkedIn, Pinterest, there's a whole bunch of BS in the market. I just used a meta ad strategy. So Facebook, Instagram, that was my go-to. I kept it short, sweet, and simple. It was enough to take me to $34,000 in sales. A lot of you out there are thinking, well, Facebook is a very hard ad platform, account bans, restrictions, all of this. Well, guys, I've been there 5 years ago. When I started my e-commerce journey 5 years ago, I was dealing with restrictions, policy breaks, all of this nonsense. And I lost many accounts trying to start up. However, today, I've spent over $3 million on Facebook ads, and I've got great relationships with this platform. And there's certain keys in warming up your ad account before going live, which I'll cover in another video. But Facebook ads is the king of direct response marketing. Forget TikTok, forget Google, Facebook ads was my go-to. Do the same, it works. And here's the key to my e-commerce success. I've been in the space for over 5 years and I've spent over $3 million for the e-commerce brands I've partnered with and my own brands in the space. And this allows me to shortcut my journey. Facebook ads was the largest driver of me generating $34,000 in sales. Here's the secret strategy I used. I call it the 4SB. Number one is competitor research. Now, before you enter any dropshipping niche and you want to start selling your products to the market, you need to understand that the market has a market standard. This is the average level e-commerce brands operate with inside the market. When you know the market standard, this allows you to compete successfully with the other brands. A lot of newbie dropshippers today think because dropshipping has such a low barrier to entry, dropshipping is easy. It's easy to make money in it. Well, it is a lot easier than any other business vehicle I know. However, you have to play the game and you have to still be competitive. You can't come in at a 10% when the rest of your competition is operating at 50 and 60%. You'll get zero sales. And the fact that you want to enter the market at a 10% and expect sales is an entitled mindset. That's rubbish. Don't expect to do subpar standard work and expect successful results. If you want to see results, and if let's just say your competition's operating at a 50% level, you need to come in at a 55 or 60%. I'm not even saying come in at 100%. You just got to be at your competition's level or slightly above it to take their sales. This is why competitor research is so damn key. As you see here in my screen, every time I do competitor research, I have files that look like this. I create a Google Drive. It's free software. You should also be able to use it. A Google Drive folder, and inside the Google Drive folder, I put the name of the brand. For this sake, I'm gonna call this brand Fashion Forward. For Fashion Forward, I have these key things inside here. I've got a folder with my best competitor ads. This is very important. Every time I see a competitor ad, because I want to enter this niche, I should know this niche intimately. I should know who are the big players in the niche, who are the forerunners, who are the people leading the niche, what are my competition at my level, what are the other dropshippers doing. And what I do is I go and I download all the successful competitor ads. And then I create a folder inside my Google Drive and I call it best competitor ads. So I can always refer back to this and see what the market standard is like. Now, when I launch ads, I have to be on par with these quality of these ads or better to get sales. If I come in below that, I'm gonna get zero sales. Now, I'll do that. The next thing I do is that I'll use a very successful brand for you guys today. And for example, Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova, look at them. If you go into their website, look at how competitive they are. Immediately when you run in, you can see the offer playing out large. 40% off everything. Use code SPRING40. So right now, the big fashion brands in the market they're running spring offers. I gotta be in shape. I've got to stay up with spring offers. So I'm gonna make sure I've got a spring offer on my thing. I got a spring offer on my website or my landing page. If I go into the clothing, I see the clothing sets, I go into it here, I'll see how the offers are run. I'll see here, 40% of everything, use spring 40. If I go into the website, and you'll see everything's running off a South African store right now, so that's why we're getting rands. But you'll see, here's the offer, 40% off. That's staying competitive. If I just try to sell my product and say, guys, buy my product at $89, I'm gonna get 0 sales. Because if the big players are doing this, I've gotta do the same. Now what I do is I take screenshots. I'll use my laptop and I would screenshot all these offers. Screenshot that. And I will save all of these screenshots in a Google Drive. And inside that, I will have a Google Doc. The next thing I'll make sure I do is I create a Google Sheet. In the Google Sheet, I will list all links to my competitors, their website, their social media, to see what they're doing. There's a saying, and I tell my students inside e-commerce elite the saying, good artists copy and great artists steal. Your competition has done all the heavy lifting for you. You don't need to be a scientist and reinvent the market. Pioneering doesn't pay. You want to find out what's working for your competition and you want to mimic and model that, and you're going to get the same results. There's the magic. The second part of the 4SB is ammunition. Ammunition, what you may ask. Ammunition for guns? No, you need ammunition to fire in the market. It's a battlefield out there. And what is your ammunition? It's creatives. It's the actual ads you see. This is your ammunition that's gonna allow you to chip away at the market and win the game. There's 3 styles of creatives you get in e-commerce today and on the Facebook ad platform. Number 1 is video ads, which is the most commonly sought after ad group. People just want videos, boom, 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 videos done. However, there's 2 other important styles of creatives, and that is carousels, which is a flick through of images, and thirdly is static images, which is just plain images educating someone about the product and offer. You need all 3 to win here. Why do I say this? A lot of newbie dropshippers that enter the market, they go to Fiverr.com and they get a 4-pack video package. They pay some guy $50, they get 4 videos and they launch it. And you know what happens? They get 0 sales. I'm not surprised. As I said, market standard, that's a 50%. You can't come in at a 10%. All that editor on Fiverr wants to do is just give you 4 bloody videos, get paid, and he's on to the next person. You need to know exactly what you want from this video editor. Yes, you want videos, but you want already performing videos. Based off your competitor research, you need 4 high quality videos that your competitors are currently running for sales, and you need to create this for your product. 4 videos, obtain that and educate your editor on what video style you want. Don't just accept videos. You need to know your market standard and the level at which you need to enter the market at. So get 4 high quality videos, mimic and modeling your competitors' videos. Second thing is you need 5 images. Images with people using the product you want to sell. And for dropshipping, this is very hard. It's very hard to find people interacting with these dropshipped products. But what I want you to do here is I want you to take your time and go over competitors' websites. You're bound to find competitors that have bought this product and then they've paid influencers to use these images. If there's no branding on these images, if there's no logos on these images, there's no trademarks on these images, feel free to use these images. They're there for your use. Therefore, you can use this in your ads to have 4 images of people using your products or 5 images. You can now use those images to create carousels and static images. Here's another key of why we were so successful, generating $34,000 in 90 days. It's because I understood the fundamental that for some brands, videos work very well. For other brands, carousels is the one that's bringing in the sales. People today just place all their hopes on videos, and if videos don't work, they give up. I understand that for many of the brands that I have today, for some videos give us tremendous results. For some videos don't work at all. For some, just the images and carousels carry the brand. So I knew put time and effort into creating really amazing carousels and really amazing videos. For this brand we launched, carousels was the thing that carried my ROAS. And ROAS is return on ad spend. The third thing is setting up your Facebook ad strategy. And here's what I do. Now, this is the key in the 4SB strategy. You need to have a mega Facebook ad strategy. And I call it an ad sheet. I'm gonna share one of mine with you now, and I'll show you how it's set up. This is it. This is my strategy I use when I launch any new e-commerce brand. This is it right now. You'll see right now, total daily ad spend, I use $70 a day. Why do I use this? I found this being the sweet spot. It allows me to get enough data from the market in order to make decisions. If I spend too little, I don't get enough real data back. If I spend too much, I end up wasting money. So I start off with $70 per day. And I spread the $70 a day between cold and retargeting. Cold is people that are just firstly going to see my brand for the first time. The second one is retargeting. Retargeting is people that have already made their first touch point with my brand. I go 80% of my budget on cold and 20% on retargeting. This is how I run it. Inside cold, I have one campaign, and just going back there, you'll see cold, 80% is $60 a day, and retargeting is roughly around $10 a day. You can play with this. If you have more money to spend, you can just keep this ratio at a bigger level. So if that's $700, you know, 600 and 100, but I don't think that's necessary. Start off with 70. I've made a ton of money with 70. It works. Hey, first thing you want to do is split that budget up. Your first thing you're going to have in Facebook ads, you get campaigns, ad sets, and creatives. And this is how I split it up. For cold, I just have one campaign. Inside that campaign, I have 3 ad sets, each at $20 spending. Now I use an ABO, ad set budget optimization. This is because I want to test. I don't run CBOs, which is campaign budget optimization strategies. With an ABO, each ad set, I give it $20. For these 3 ad sets, ad set 1 is going to be an Advantage Plus audience. Ad set 2 is going to be a list of 3 relevant interests. And ad set 3 is also going to be another Advantage Plus audience. It's the same Advantage Plus. However, ad set 1, I've got 2 of my videos based off my competitor research, 1 carousel, 1 image. Boom, that's ad set 1. All those creatives are going towards my Advantage Plus audience. Why do I love Advantage Plus so much? Is because today, guys, with Advantage Plus, Meta is phasing out interest testing. Before, when Meta didn't have so much data, Facebook didn't have so much data, we'd have to test interest. For example, if I was in fashion, I'd have to test Gucci, Louis Vuitton, I'd have to test Zara, I'd have to test designer, all these mini interests to find out where my ideal customer lies. Today, the learning has become so clever on Meta and the AI is so sharp today that you can just go broad and you will find sales. So I'll put 2 videos, 1 carousel, 1 image. Ad set 3 will also be Advantage Plus. However, I'll use my other 2 videos, my other carousel, and my other image. Ad set 2, as I said to you guys just now, is going to be the same video from ad set 1, the same creatives from ad set 1 over here, but we are targeting an interest audience. Just in case the interest works, it's there. Now that's going to spend $60 a day. The next one is retargeting. With retargeting, I'm going to put $10 into retargeting. It's just 1 campaign. I always separate the cold and the retargeting because it's just more pleasant. When I enter my Facebook ad manager, I can see what my ROAS is on my cold, what my ROAS is on my retargeting campaign, return on ad spend. Retargeting is working well or my cold is working well. It helps me make decisions better. Now for retargeting, I'll have 1 ad set at $10 total and I will run a master retargeting campaign. In a master retargeting campaign, I'm retargeting all my video views of 25%. If someone has watched 25% of my ad, I'm going to retarget them. And this is going to be for the past 30 days. And I know you're just launching a brand, the 30-day view, because as your audience updates and as your pixel gets more data on Meta, it will use the 30-day window period. The next thing is I'm going to choose landing page views. Anyone that has clicked onto my landing page in the last 30 days, they will be sent this ad. Anyone who has visited my Instagram page in the last 30 days, they will see this ad. And the ad we are using, I'm just going to take the same advantage, these 3 creatives from here, and I'm going to pop them into and I'm going to pop them right here. I'm going to put them right here. So as I said, this is it, master retargeting. Now this is my strategy. I'm going to let this run for the next 3-4 days and watch the data I get. Very powerful. This, guys, is a very powerful strategy. I have a large marketing agency today, just primarily working with scaling established e-commerce brands. That is super competitive. I've got to be damn good at ads to play in that field. We're very successful there. This ad strategy, I use the strategy on bigger levels for larger brands. This is the same ad strategy I use for brands who are generating hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, just on a bigger scale. And the 4th stage of the 4SB is scaling. This is super crucial. With scaling is, I'm gonna now look at each individual ad set, each individual creative within that ad set and see the performance. Because sometimes the ad set performs badly, but inside the ad set is a creative that is doing tremendously well. People overlook that. And that's what I was doing in the beginning stages of my journey. If you find a winner, so something that's bringing you a positive ROAS, you want to scale this. You want to put more budget behind this. And what you're going to do here, you're going to increase the budget by 20 to 30% every 2 to 3 days. This is a mega secret. No one's going to tell you this online. I can't double the ad spend. I can't triple the ad spend if it's working. You will lose everything. Meta is learning. But if I increase the budget too rapidly, I will break the learning phase and this whole ad set will reset itself. 20 to 30% every 2 to 3 days. 5 years ago, we could aggressively scale Meta. Today, it's not like that. Meta is looking for long-term people to play in their field. And Meta today encourages steady growth opposed to rapid growth that is short-lived. If a creative has spent over $50 and hasn't acquired a sale, I would turn it off. So I turn my losers off aggressively and I scale aggressively. This is the secret. I cut my losses quickly and I put budget behind my winners fast as well. And the goal you want to achieve here is to isolate your winning creatives, ad sets, and audiences. Once you know these creatives are winning, this audience is winning, you are going to be able to find a winning formula for your new e-commerce brand. And before you know it, you'll be at $30,000, $40,000 in your first 3 months. This, guys, was my 4SB secret strategy. I wanted to share this with you today to show you that scaling is not luck. It's not something that you can't control. It's very quantifiable. I showed you a very small brand of mine doing 34K in 90 days. I have brands doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month too. But it's the same strategy, just scaled up a bit. The key takeaway you can have from this video is to understand more deeply what your competition is doing in the market and understand that if your competition is operating at a 50% level, you cannot come in at a 20% level. You got to come in at 55 or 60 and you'll beat their sales. And if you out there are looking to get started into e-commerce and you want someone to help you and hold your hand from complete beginner until you're making $4,000 to $7,000 profit per month with your very own e-commerce brand, I put a link in the description to my free training. In this free training, I'm going to show you how you can do just that. There's also a link in that free training to work directly with me, and I'll personally mentor you through the process. I hope this video today provided you with a ton of value and opened your eyes to the fact that e-commerce dropshipping is not luck. It's truly quantifiable. I don't play the luck, the winning products nonsense game. I believe in offering value to the market, competing fairly with the others in the market, and getting paid for the value I provide and my skill. Because the audience out there today, guys, is not stupid. They know a dropshipping brand when they see one. You don't want to be portrayed as a dropshipping brand online today. That's another key takeaway, and I'm going to leave this for another video. Guys, I hope this video provided you with a ton of value as always. There's a like button, there's a subscribe button. I'd really appreciate if you hit both of them. Share this video with someone you know that's dropshipping, that's struggling at the moment, and hopefully it can help them out. Again, if you subscribe, it helps my channel, it helps me grow, and it helps me provide you with more videos like this so that you can succeed. Have a brilliant day. Check out my other videos on the channel, and I look forward to catching you in that next video. All the best.